Where are we and what are we doing here?
We are in Dallas, Texas, and I am hosting my first ever actual multiple day conference.
How's that going?
Good. It's going well. I didn't not expect it to go well, but never having done one, you don't know what's going to happen. And I just want people to feel like they've gotten so much more than what they paid for. And I just put a lot of pressure on myself to curate that environment. And so I think prior to day one, I was extremely nervous. Not to speak, I can speak about real estate in my sleep. Just more nervous that we were going to give people what they wanted and more. And it's now on the halfway through day two and hearing people say how much value they've gotten and the connections that they've made and solutions they found to problems. It's starting to set in that it feels good.
Isn't it weird how much pressure we put on ourselves for things?
Yeah.
And we make things so big and then we get to them and we're like, oh, I suffered so unnecessarily.
Yes.
I saw you that first day and you're in a much better place now.
Yes.
Is that because of all of the event, other stuff?
It's mostly because the event's going so well. It's mostly because of the amazing community of students I have that are here and just getting to see them in person, some of them for the first time, has been amazing. Getting to see them interact with each other as if they've known each other for years. I mean, a lot of them have, but they've never seen each other in person. And just seeing those relationships grow and blossom in person has been touching. And then, I don't know, man, just knowing that everybody's here because of me is, I don't know, it's overwhelming. I don't feel like I deserve this.
In person is more special. Maybe I underappreciated it, but also I think the culture's changing. In person is so special.
Yeah.
And when you can bring people together, it's a blessing. This event's great.
Thank you.
I'm having a great time. I go to a lot of these.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, tell me everything that's gone wrong.
With the event or just in real estate?
No, we don't have. It's so yeah. Let's actually set. Well, we're gonna set a
Some
pause.
boundaries.
It's 2026.
Yeah.
Just let's set some context. It's 2026. Real estate's kind of having the first downturn it's had since we started, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so it's been quite. I don't want to say miserable, but a lot of people are suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really didn't want to talk about real estate. I really want to talk about what's going on with the event.
Let's keep it.
But it's good to have some backstory about the time.
So my plan, my goal when I wanted to do this was to create an event where people feel like they get real value from the event. Because you've been to a lot of events. Most events are very curated for you to not get the value at the event, but for you to have to pay to play in order to get the real value. So it's a hype fest and they get you excited, but people don't really learn a lot at the event. Now, there's great networking at events, and I shared this on stage here, that a lot of the coolest things that have ever happened to me have happened to me through connections I met at conferences, no matter how big or not big that conference is.
You and I met at a big conference.
Yes. And so the relationships that I built because of conferences has been awesome, but I feel like the gap has been like people don't get real value from the sessions. And so I wanted to create an environment where people get fantastic value at the sessions. They learn, they do at the conference. And all the networking still happens because that's going to happen anyway. But with a conference comes marketing. You've got to sell tickets. And so we talked about how the real estate market's a challenge. It is, but the economy is also a challenge. People have less money to spend on things that aren't essential. And so filling the room was harder than we expected. I never wanted to do this to make a bunch of money. My goal was hopefully to have an event that gives people value that I break even. So I didn't have to, it didn't cost me anything to have the event, but I wasn't trying to make a ton of money. And up until, I'd say 2 weeks before the event started, I was about $40,000 in the hole, which is not breaking even.
I'm not a mathematician, but that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the day before I flew out here, I had to pay an invoice of about $5,000. So we ended up being about $5,000 in the hole, which is fine. But the amount of stress that was on me up until then was just a lot, because, $40,000 is $40,000, right? Like, but I would have paid it. I would have paid it to do the event. But I learned a lot about how to market for an event. I learned a lot about what people really see as valuable when you're marketing for an event. We didn't hit our attendance goal, but the things that I were worried about didn't turn out to be a big deal. I was worried we weren't going to have enough people here for the vendors to feel like they got their money's worth for paying to be a vendor at the event. But what I saw is that we have a smaller, more intimate crowd, which was almost better for the vendors, because they could have more meaningful conversations with people and set up more appointments. And so every vendor that I've talked to said they've gotten multiple leads from people, and they've been able to have deeper conversations with people and understand what people's needs really are more, because there's not thousands of people lining up. It's a couple hundred, and it's been good. It's been way better than I expected.
Also, this is your first one.
Yeah.
You talk about this, I'm sure, all the time in real estate. I talk about with people in real estate. Is your first deal your best deal in real estate?
Yeah.
Is your first deal your best deal?
Yeah. My first deal wasn't my best deal in terms of profitability, but it was my best deal in terms of proof of concept.
So what is this? Is this your best deal, or is this a proof of concept?
Hopefully it's my best one. I mean, I would love to continue to curate an environment like this for people.
You don't think you'd get better at this?
Oh, for sure we'll get
That's
better.
That's what I'm trying to say.
For
I'm
sure,
like, it's your first time. Of course you're not good at it.
For sure we'll get better at it. It's more fulfilling than I expected it to be. Yeah.
I'm a certified conference junkie. That's how you and I know each other.
Yeah.
Last year I started doing mini events in Austin, 12
Yeah.
people, 15 people. I just went to Peru, 15 people.
Yeah.
Small, sub 500,
Yeah.
sub 300. I think this is the future.
Yeah.
And maybe even smaller, 20 people,
Yeah.
little mini communities, because I think you sit on stage, you get to talk to people longer.
Yeah.
And then I have a real relationship. I mean, I love meeting people. The extrovert in me, probably the same as you, the extrovert. I'm just like, this is great.
Yeah.
But does it have any substance?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had said on stage, I talked to one of my students, and that's what she told me. She said what she likes about this event versus going to the larger event she's been to is when she meets someone, she can curate a relationship over multiple days, because you see that person over and over again in a smaller event, where the larger events, you may never cross paths with them again, and it's hard to get that genuine connection.
Well, just as a outsider and a friend, I just would love to send my encouragement to do this again. I think this is super valuable. I think people need it. I don't think that the bigger companies look at this as like, it doesn't track on a balance sheet. They're like, I paid $5,000 for a couple hundred people. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But the hard to measure value that you're feeling, that you're expressing.
Yeah.
I think that'll grow. I want to send my encouragement, because I think this is great.
Thank you.
Okay, 5 years ago. Where was Henry 5 years ago? I don't know your story that well.
5 years ago would have been 2021. Yeah. 2021. So I started in 2017. So in 2021, I was in the thick of it. I think that's when I got to my biggest point as an investor. I think I had like 150 units. I was very focused on scaling and very focused on, doing all the trendy things people talk about. I was focused on working on my business and not in my business, and hiring a team of people to do all the things that I was doing, and so that I could do more without having to be as involved in operations and be more of a CEO. And we were doing that. I was buying anything that penciled. And I hired a project manager. I hired an assistant. And then I had a handyman on my team, and an acquisitions manager, and I felt like that was what I was supposed to do. So that's where I was 5 years ago. That's not where I am now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened? Give me the broad strokes.
I learned a lot about myself. I realized that, yes, I had built a team, but I also realized that with building a team, there's added responsibility. You know, not only do I need to do deals to be successful, but I need to do deals to make sure that my employees can feed their families. I also realized that, yes, I was working more on my business instead of in my business, but I wasn't as fulfilled. I wasn't happy. I didn't like it.
That's not part of the dream that we were sold.
That's what they tell you.
That's not part of the dream.
No one, yeah. And I really had to sit down with Jessica and say, like, I don't know that this is what I want. It was really her. She pointed it out. She was like, you just don't seem like yourself. You don't seem like you like this anymore. And I was like, I do like this. I love real estate. I just don't feel like I'm doing real estate anymore. I'm operating a company, but I didn't feel like I was doing real estate. And it was in that conversation that I realized that, like, I am an operator. I like operating my real estate business. I love going on seller appointments and talking to sellers and trying to figure out ways to help them. I love managing my renovations and walking the property when it's trash and building a plan to make it look amazing, and then being a part of the process for making it look amazing, and then seeing the end result. You know, when I had a project manager, we would do flips, and I maybe walk it one time when I first buy it, and then wouldn't walk it again until it was done, and I felt so disconnected. You know, one of the things that I do with my flips is when we buy them from families, we renovate them, and then we have the family back, and we let them see that we took care of their home.
Sir? Oh, yeah. No problem. Was it more profitable? Were you making more money?
No, not really.
No, yeah.
But I don't think that's not why I didn't want to do it.
No.
I think I would have gotten more profitable.
But it's the same thing where you're like,
wasn't
the
good at
comments,
it
you're
yet.
like, hey, if I'm doing this and I'm not fulfilled and I'm not making more money,
Yeah,
do I really want to continue down this
Right.
road? Yeah.
I could have stayed the course, and I would have gotten better at being a manager of my company versus an operator in my business. You know, that's just, you know, you're never as good the first time, right? So I would have gotten better, but I wasn't happy. And I just had to be honest with myself, because I felt almost not like a failure, but, you know, it's just when you're around all these people who are
gaslit.
speaking the same, like,
Yeah.
we gotta, you know, take a step above and hire all the right people, and they go do all the work, and you run your business, and that sounds great for a lot of people, but that's not what I wanted. I just want to operate my business. And so I had to decide, do I want to do less volume and be an operator, or do I want to remove myself from my business and do more volume? And what I realized is the joy for me is in the doing, not in having a company that's doing. So I just want to do enough deals to give me the life my family and I want.
I love that. I think that you get gaslit into this, like you got to scale it at any cost, and then you that sounds good, and then you get in this little space where you're doing that and frustrated, and then you look around. If you really look around, you take some time. Like, how many people are actually doing that right now in 2026? I'm like, most of them bailed on it too.
Look, I would tell That's fair. I would tell you that a lot of the people who are preaching, first of all, I don't think it's a bad message to preach. I think if that's who you are, you should absolutely grow and scale and operate your companies and open more companies if that's who you are. I know several operators who preach that message who aren't that happy, but I also know some that preach that message that's what they do. Like James Daynard, he's like, I told him how I felt about it. He was like, no, you gotta go, you gotta do more, you gotta get big. Like, that's his personality. Like, he's not happy unless he's growing. And that's just, I have a different trigger for happiness. And that doesn't make his way wrong or my way wrong or his way right or my way right. It's the right thing for each of us in our lives, in our business, in our families. So not a bad message, just wasn't the one for me.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, none of my real estate friends would have told me to go into cameras.
Yeah.
Like there's
no money in it.
There's no money in it. I'm like,
no juice.
I agree. The camera chose me. I don't know what to tell you. But I think it's important to listen,
That's very fair, yes.
What does Henry want in the next 5 years?
My goal over the next 5 years is to have a third of my portfolio paid off. So if we're talking from the real estate perspective. So from the real estate perspective, once I had that realization about I want to operate, I also had to have a realization about like the goal is still to provide property for my daughters so that when they are women and they are deciding what they want to do with their lives, they don't have to make that decision solely based on money. If they want to do something that they feel called to do, but it's not super lucrative, that they will have this real estate portfolio that pays them. In order for me to do that, I can get there two ways. I can get there through continuing to grow, which requires me to get there through leverage. So if I need to get to a certain amount of cash flow per month, I can buy more leveraged units at a couple $100s a door until I get there, or I can start paying off the units I have and have unleveraged cash flow. And what I don't want to leave my daughters is a business they have to fully operate in order for it to keep spitting off cash. So that meant I need to figure out how to start paying some stuff off so that I can leave them assets that don't require a ton of time to produce income, and don't give them stress, because leverage has stress tied to it. So that made the decision easy. I need to stop worrying about buying more units and start worrying about paying off the units that make the most sense to leave to my family. And so that's what I did over the past years. I went through my entire portfolio and did a red light, yellow light, green light. And green lights are the properties that are producing the best, that are in the best neighborhoods, that I want to keep forever to give to my kids. The yellow lights are the ones that I'd like to keep, but I'd be willing to sell to pay off the green lights if I need to. And the red lights are the ones that I would love to sell you today.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Is it painful to sell properties?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the number one regret you've ever heard from all real estate investors?
Oh, they all say you should never sell. I think that's a crock of shit.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same people that say you should scale at any cost.
Yeah,
they say
that's
things.
a crock of shit.
Yeah.
At some point, you need money, and you have to sell things to get money. That's just you. That's what you do.
Yeah. It's an equity play.
Yeah.
I was just curious,
In a perfect world, of course, I would keep everything. If I didn't need a dime and I had all the money in the world, I'd keep every asset and never worry about it. But if you had all the money in the world, you probably wouldn't be trying to buy 100 rental units. So it's fine. Sell what you need to.
Anything else? 5 years besides just real estate? Anything else?
So again, it's focused on paying them off. I want to work myself out of a job. I flip houses to generate income. I love flipping houses right now. 5 years from now, I may freaking hate it. And so the more properties I pay off, the more income I make per month, the less houses I need to flip. So I'm working myself out of active income by paying off my rentals. That's the goal, because then I can do whatever I need to do with my family, with my kids. I don't have to be as active. And I probably won't want to be as active 5 years from now. In terms of impact, there's tons of things I'd like to be able to do. I'd love to be able to give houses away to people. I'd love to be able to pay a year's rent for people who are in a position where they can't do that. I'd love to be, and like, I know I could go do that now for any random person, but having a business or an organization that's the focus, is how do we target people who need us and then provide for them through the income that I have generated over the years. I've got lots of philanthropic ideas that, because I have to be so active in my flipping business, and partially because I enjoy a lot of that, I have time to go build or focus those things. But as I start to pay off assets, I create that time. I'm not going to sit still once I'm done flipping houses, but I want to be able to build something that provides housing to people who need help with housing, whether that's women or veterans or, children. I don't know what that is yet. God will point me in that direction when it comes, but I don't feel like he's led me down this path of becoming this real estate investor and this expert in real estate to just get paid off assets and walk into the sunset. I feel like I'm supposed to use these gifts to do something else later. I just don't know what that is yet.
Sure. Yeah. You to go?
No.
No. Well, that's kind of all I got. Obstacles. What's getting in the way the next 5 years?
My own brain.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Foremost.
What does it say?
I've always struggled with imposter syndrome. I feel it here.
Yeah.
I walk through this conference and it's hard to believe that people are here because of me. I don't feel like I deserve that from people. And that's just self-doubt. I'm just a human like anybody else who's made mistakes like anybody else so I've always had to control my internal dialogue so that I don't get in my own way.
How?
One trick I have, I think I learned it on TikTok. You give your brain a name.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I give
what is it?
James.
James?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just the first name that came to mind.
Uh-huh.
I said, James, not today. That is not what we're going to tell ourselves today. I don't believe what you're saying. Sounds crazy, but it helps.
I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. It's like I call it my roommate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
It's my roommate. He doesn't pay rent.
Yeah.
He hates me.
Yeah.
Knows everything about me.
Yeah.
And he never sleeps.
Yeah.
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 So actually, because you're pretty extroverted,
Yeah.
have you ever you heard the phrase "comparison is a thief of joy"?
Yes.
I have this thing. If I'm alone, my roommate will. His favorite pastime is just beat me up.
Yeah.
For as long as we have time together. When I'm around people, I can't hear him.
Voice is quiet. Yeah.
It's a weird feeling. So
I know that well.
So weirdly enough, when I'm around people, my self-confidence, my self-worth, my self-esteem goes skyrockets.
Yeah.
People go comparison to the thief of joy. I'm like, no. I go around people. I'm like, tell me how great your life is doing.
Right.
Tell me all about you. I'm like, I feel better.
Yeah.
I don't know if that.
That's very true. I've never thought about that, but that's 100% true. Like, some people thrive on alone time. I don't love alone time. I don't do well with alone time. And it's not that I hate myself. I love myself. I just thrive off of people and other people's energy. I'm an empath. I feel other people's feelings. That's why I love to help. It's partially it's selfish, because when I help you, I feel how good you feel, and it feels good to me.
Cool. Dude, that's all I got. You're great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Do this again next year, or don't. I don't care.
No.
But
I'd love to.
I'd like to film this again with you sometimes.
Yeah.
As the years go by. It'll be fun.
Let's do it. That's fun. Great questions. Thank you so much, man. You have a gift, man.
Appreciate you. Do I?
Yes,
Can I have
absolutely. No, that's mine now.
Okay, I'll bill you.
Thank you.
Thank you.